You know where to deliver that, right? Right?
Just keep going.
All right. Good talk. He's just gonna go and rest for the rest of the
Iteration 2. I'm not sure if the first one made it. I gave it to a wingman. I don't know much about it.
They give it to another wingman.
Iteration 3.
I'm
the second wing guy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mischief Check, The Rise of Steam. Last time, our party finally solved the rest of the puzzles and mysteries in this dungeon in Theron's tower. You guys figured out what making steel glow like rubies in the sun meant. You guys got across the pit. You figured out how much you all weigh. It was great. It was a good time. And so then, at the very end, you guys put all of the goggles that you'd collected onto the pedestals in the entrance, thus revealing the astral goggles, is what they are called. And with those, you were able to go back into the completely empty room, see that there was some magical crystal floating in there, and when Noggle touched it, suddenly the room changed into a room housing this large blue portal. And that's where we left off.
So here's what's...
Can we take a short rest before we go on?
Michael was there for this.
So I get my spell slot back.
Does the portal remind him of the one that Filda jumped through?
Mm-hmm.
No, different portal.
This is like, it's like built in a frame. It's like a structured like portal.
Okay, cool.
Edvard slowly takes a couple steps forward and he's like examining the portal. He's like, this is some very old magic.
I walk in.
Can I do an Arcana?
Sure. Can I walk in?
Man, this is a long way just to get to work every
Can I do
day.
a history?
Sure.
I'm a learned man.
Can I do Arcana even though I have no magic's ability?
Yeah.
Can I roll an Arcana?
I won.
Can
I rolled a 2 and I have -1.
Question for the DM.
Can I walk in?
Because I was around.
Probably gonna do it regardless.
Did the Githyanki do forbidden or ancient magic that was looked upon differently that no one else had?
The Githyanki did a lot of things that were frowned upon.
Well,
I'm sure some of those things were magic related, hence why magic is now illegal.
Right.
But I don't think you were aware of anything specifically relating to portals.
Sure.
I got a 9 on the history check, so let's just write it out.
Okay. Edvard's gonna speak. Edvard's not for a 9, no. Edvard's gonna speak up, and he's gonna say, "Portal magic is not. There's not a whole lot of cases of it being used, especially in the later magical era. We do know that the Githyanki, back in when they were still around, they were trying to find a way to get to the astral plane. And that's what caused the whole war to begin with. I don't think this doesn't seem to me to be cross-dimensional travel.
I walk in.
Are there any runes on this portal before he walks in?
Along the frame, yes, there are.
Oh, heck yeah! Can I roll a that Arcana
Rune check?
Yeah, sure.
Rune check. Can I have advantage because there are specifically runes on it, and that's my field of expertise?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Just allow me, guys. Oh.
What did you roll? 2 ones?
4 and a 3.
What's your plus to Arcana?
5, dude.
All right.
I rolled a 9 total.
Guys, I got no idea what's going on here. I know I've studied it all my life. I can't make heads nor tails of this. This is, I got nothing. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you the minuscule amount of information you get is that you know that these are conjuration.
These are definitely conjuration runes, though.
Are you sure?
No.
It's all right, Mikey.
They're
Gonna be
they're
honest.
not runes that you've seen before, but you've studied runes for so long. There's a specific stylization to the carvings in these runes that just are speaking to you and saying conjuration.
Definitely conjuration.
This is going
Gonna
one
be
year out the other
forthright.
for Wilbur.
I'm at a
He does
low
not
point in
understand.
my investigation here. I really thought I'd be able to get this. This is kind of my thing. I'm so embarrassed. This is humiliating. I think that guy's
Bibbo
going in the
speaks.
portal, though.
Bibbo speaks up. Perhaps we should go through the portal.
Can we rest before
We look
don't-
around and Noggle's gone.
Can we before we go in?
He went to the portal like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
before
he's
you go-
been in the portal.
No, before we go
I
in.
attack.
And if Noggle was just running in, I would have tried grabbing him.
Waddling.
Can we, just because we've used a lot, we don't know what's on the other side of this portal. Can we just take a short minute and just rest for a minute?
Short rest? Do we need a short rest?
Edvard's like,
I need my spell
we're
slots
so
back.
close.
I need my spell slots back. I get them on a short rest.
Eat a piece of
This
beef.
might be a DM voice
allow me to
telling
present
you
you with
that
an
it's
alternative
fine.
option here.
I think short rest couldn't short rest just be like just preparing ourselves?
There's an alternative option here that will help
Stretch.
us hopefully not waste any more time. And he's going to snap his fingers, and then a glowing doorway is going to appear. This is an experimental spell. It's meant to create a little pocket dimension that exists outside of time, but it can only exist for 24 hours. So we can go in here, we can rest up, and then we can go in.
Where'd you
Alright,
get
let's do
that
that.
from?
I've been studying magic for my entire life.
Did you make it yourself?
Yes.
Interesting.
The
Just interesting.
I still don't like anytime you speak to me, I feel disrespected.
I didn't even say anything wrong.
Maybe
I
it's
was
just
just
the cadence of
curious.
the
I think it's just his voice, to be fair.
If I was,
My mother.
Mrs. Wilbur Harrington.
Yeah. Talk about moms! My what? Or my mom!
We were supposed to have no
I like to think your mom is Wilba.
Yeah, she has to be.
That's
she has
not
to be
allowed,
a
Noah.
character
You
in
can't
the
say
future.
that.
Well, his
Alright,
I think
you
your parents are
cannot say
dead. I
that.
think he said.
Yeah, I
Cut that
probably.
now.
I don't,
Alright,
I
more
don't
like
remember.
40.
I don't know my backstory.
Alright.
I don't even know how
Let's
to
rest
play.
real quick. I need a short
Okay.
rest.
Okay, we all take
So
a short
you're only
rest.
gonna take a short rest, and you're not gonna take a long rest.
Noggle
We can take
has
a long if they
been
want
gone.
to.
Yeah, we're gonna
It's
take a long
there's
rest.
no reason not to.
Okay.
Heal up, get all your
Thank you.
stuff back.
I acknowledge that you are
Wait,
not.
can you
Thank
describe
you.
it?
In my
What's it look
head
like?
canon,
Yeah,
you
so
are not
inside,
present.
Noah's
when you guys
just
walk
like-
through this glowing door, it's almost like, dare I make the reference, like walking into the TARDIS. Like you walk in and
dare.
suddenly, like you're in this bigger on the inside dimension, and it's just this elaborate, beautiful hall. There's like a fountain in the middle with like a couple of cupids with like arrows, like bows and arrows. There's a bunch of like shadowy servants walking back and forth, like made of like wind, like walking through these halls. One of them walks up and offers like a plate with like some hors d'oeuvres on it for you guys.
I eat it.
Got any cheese?
I eat it all before any
Wilbur just goes,
station.
woo, like
Patty,
Patty.
like Kirby, like Kirby.
I was thinking like Patrick and
yeah,
when they're lost in the
There
maze.
Both pink.
cheese on that plate.
There
There
was.
was. He goes,
No, there definitely was.
I love
Yeah, you could
cheese.
each take
I
your
can
own
throw
private
it up
room
and
if you
you can
wanted
eat
to.
the
You can
remains.
rest up.
I do.
You're thinking about it.
I don't
That's
want to play
anyway.
into harmful stereotypes, but really like cheese. If you threw up a little bit, I might take your leftovers. Mama Boyd,
Can I roll to throw up?
Boyd.
I rolled a nat 20
To throw up?
for throwing
To
up.
throw up?
To throw up. I rolled a nat 20.
Why are you throwing up?
Why are you
So he gets the
rolling?
cheese.
With the cheese.
Did you ask him to roll to throw up?
No, I just rolled, but I rolled a nat 20, so I want it to work.
And it worked.
That's fine.
You're covered in cheese throw.
It's
Your
like blue
stomach
cheese
just
now.
expands and bursts.
Oh gosh.
I just look. I'm like, I've seen this too many times.
27-foot long barf.
Are there any
On a bowling
magic
alley.
items in
No
here
cuts.
that look
No
like I
cuts.
could snatch? Are there any like magic items that he's been storing in here that are interesting to me?
Roll me a investigation.
My only good roll was for the
You think
I rolled
that-
one higher than my last two rolls.
so 5?
So a 7 total.
No, there's nothing.
When I walk
It
in my
works,
room,
it
can I?
works.
Can't see
What's in my
diddly
room?
squat.
It's like there's nothing like in the room that seems of interest to you. It's just a very cozy, nice space to rest in. Like there's a beautiful large bed. Like is Master a bed size? Like a king, California king, like just big.
Mhm.
It's got like one of those
California's in this world?
headdresses or whatever it is.
California,
Or
Italy,
there's also
Ireland.
Texas.
All canon.
All canon.
It's an alluvian king.
Can I?
Will
No, I'm
yeah.
not going to say it. We'd have to cut. Never mind.
Wilbert is while he's resting is also like meditating because he's still thinking about the
bubble god.
the charm that he got, from.
Do you
want
to make a check and see if you can commune with the bubble god here?
Yeah, always.
I am also in my private room.
Going
Communing
to
with
thank
religion.
Darluva.
Darluva.
Okay.
Religion. I have a minus
Do
one.
religion.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a religion roll.
Probably gonna be bad given today.
Mhm.
Nat 20.
No way.
Let's go.
Nat 20.
Oh my gosh, he did.
Roll
Nat
for
20.
religion. Roll for vomit. Nats across the
Two
board.
nat 20s in a row.
Unstoppable.
In a row.
He's a man of many talents.
With this nat 20, the pendant. I'm assuming you have it on yourself
Yeah,
still.
I haven't taken it off.
It starts glowing and it's floating on this chain.
Okay.
And you hear a voice come out of it, like in your head, almost like you hear
yeah.
this voice in your head, and it says, "What is it that you seek?" Why did I do this?
I wanted to see if this was all real. I have so much pain in my heart that hasn't released since she died. I need to know there's something more for me, something worth carrying on. I have this group and they're great, but it's all temporary and I need something. I'm no longer the Gilded Champion. I'm part of an organization that seems to be crumbling. It's just, I need reassurance. I just need to know what you are, too. I need answers. Wilbert Harrington.
Signed it.
I love that.
Wilbert Harrington. That's me.
You have proven yourself a disciple through your actions in my temple.
Teach me your ways.
Should you devote yourself to me, I can return anything that you have lost.
Anything.
Anything.
People.
Your dead wife.
I would love nothing more. Anything. I'll do anything. Anything. I pray. I pray.
If I call upon you,
I will answer.
if you do that,
No hesitation.
I will return her to you.
Will I get like a warning, or will you just pop up?
I will call upon you when I need you.
No, fair enough. Oh, divine being. What is your name?
I am known only as the Bubble God.
Okay, so it's still bubble. Okay. Thank you. I will answer your call.
The orb stops glowing, falls back into your chest.
I have a sense of hope coming back into Wilbert.
He's huge.
It's a huge amount of hope to fill up that body, but
Yes.
he has hope. He has hope. He has a desire and he has a goal, and he wants to accomplish it.
Jeez.
Lachlan is continuing to roll in his grave.
Lachlan, no.
You're feeling.
There's a
I hear
disturbance in the
Lachlan go.
forest. Yeah.
Ethan, what would you like to do in this
I
this long rest?
want to pray and probably sleep and think about something.
Do you want to role play your prayer?
I go,
Are you looking for anything specific here?
I thank Darluva for giving us the hint and leading me to the room. And Malik feels like he wants to I think he's realizing he needs like something to change, and so he wants to stop taking his medicine.
Okay.
And just stop hiding.
Okay. Is Crook resting with you, or does he have his own room?
He has his own room.
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't think Crook would want to spend the night with you.
Okay, he's still probably pissed. He didn't
Probably
give
a
an
little bit.
apology.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm. Be a little bit more loose.
All right. Sounds good. Johnny, what would Naga like to do during this
I'm in the portal.
brief respite?
I think Naga wins.
I'm in the portal.
You went in the portal, actually?
Yeah, I actually went in the
He said it like 8 times.
He did.
No.
Well, he everything that comes out of Johnny's mouth,
Yeah.
90% of the time, is a
not.
joke.
I feel
That
like by
is
the
true.
Like
third,
when he
if
said-
he says it 3 times,
Like
it's
when we went to the
legit.
pit, he's like, "I'm jumping in," or when
well, I have to jump
grab
on
her.
the thing.
like
Well, time's frozen.
I never
while
know
we're in
when
here,
he's
so-
actually
Not for
saying
him.
he's doing something
Yeah,
and
no.
he's joking.
Yes,
just
but
go back. Noggle's just
while
dead.
we're having all these experiences,
Yeah.
Noggle's
Yeah.
like halfway in the portal.
Yeah.
Well, he went in the portal
He
like
would-
5 minutes before
He's
Edvard made the thing.
We
So
would have all grabbed him if it was real.
Yeah, honestly,
Or at least roll.
we'll. There was a lot going on.
I could see
I'm
us
gonna
not
say- I'm gonna
noticing.
say-
Or if he entered last,
I mean,
he
he
just kind of
could've
like takes
sneaked
one
in.
look at each portal and then goes in the other one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you went in the portal.
Yes.
We'll do you last.
I'm dead.
Reese,
Okay.
what will Michael Neverwinter do during this break?
Michael reaches in his incredibly deep backpack. You see his like little legs kicking up as he's reaching, scrounging around there. Pulls out a quill and paper and he starts composing a letter to Grukrubera.
wasn't she supposed to?
Every morning.
Morning. Okay.
He's like,
Dear Barry, I know you don't like being called Barry, but you can't do anything to stop me from here. Dear Barry,
That's what you think.
part 2. I'm having lots of fun at the tower with my new friends. There's Fonzo. I'm not sure really what his deal is. He's like 2 people. I think he needs to go to therapy, but he's cool. There's Noggle. Noggle has a serious drinking problem.
What the?
That's about all I can say about that. He calls it sauce. I'm not sure what's up with that or where he got that from.
You cards, Mike. I jump out of the portal. I taught you cards, Mike.
He also taught me cards. Almost forgot that part. There's Malik. He's a very religious and faithful man. He's real. He can be a bit stern sometimes. And there's Wilbert. He serves God, I think. I don't know what he's doing. I don't really know what he's in for. He mentions his wife a lot. I don't think she's okay. I think there might be some story behind that. I'm gonna need to ask him later. We haven't had much time to bond.
You've been with this group for like 6 hours.
yeah.
There's also Oddvok. You know Oddvok. He's the one that came to you. And then there's a bunch of side characters that don't do that much. There's this Flame Girl. I tried to kiss her, but she didn't really notice me. I think she's smooching on Alfonso in another room. I hear a bunch of macking sounds coming 3 doors down over there. But that's all I'd like to say. This is Michael Neverwinter signing off. Hope the kid's all right, by the way. Take care of those little ones. Okay, goodbye.
And I fold it up.
I don't know how to get this to him.
Give it to the one guy.
And he's just gonna scurry around asking for someone. Anyone know how to deliver letters, like messages?
You just like
immediately?
open up every room.
One of the wind servants comes up and reaches out a windy hand to take the letter.
Why are you so shaky? Are you alright? It's getting you.
And it's like floating in like its chest area, and then it walks away.
You know where to deliver that, right? Right?
Keep going.
All right. Good talk.
He's just gonna go and rest for the rest of the
Iteration 2. I'm not sure if the first one made it. I gave it to a wingman. I don't know much about it.
He gives it to another windman.
Iteration 3. I'm gonna be the second wing guy. This This latest revision, I feel like, is my best writing yet.
There's like a pile of mail outside of Grokerbear's tower.
There's a third windman waiting outside my door as we speak. I think they're lining up. They all want one of these. I'm a bestseller. I've started autographing them so that we can show them off to their friends and family.
Friends and family.
There's like an infinite line of wind guys outside the door.
I don't know where they're coming from. I'm starting to get concerned.
I'm just doing this for a long time.
My hand's cramping.
I'm just gonna say, this is another one as a test.
Just one letter to test.
Yeah, right.
I just want to see I want to see how many more wind guys I can summon.
Michael's stuck in a loop. So,
Sounds good for 8 hours.
yeah.
What is Alfonso up to?
Oh no!
Is there like
Don't
a
even think about it.
Is there like a common room with like a fireplace?
I thought you said
Yeah, I'd say so. There's like a little study.
Little common room. I think Alifa and I, after our little moment before, I think we're gonna go into the common room to have some, because everyone seemed to retire pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get some food, get some little hors d'oeuvres and stuff, and just be there on the couch, talking to one another, because we haven't had that much time to actually talk about our lives and everything like that.
Yeah, not since I feel like you guys talked a little bit on your first date together, and then it's just kind of been go ever since.
I think as things are, winding down, we're kind of running out of things to say. Maybe our hands get a little close to each other.
She's gonna say to you, that moment earlier when we cast that spell together was pretty magical, if I dare say.
I think it was too. I'm gonna put my hand on her hand.
She's gonna put her hand on top of your hand.
Okay, I put my other hand on top of her other hand.
Well, I guess you would.
I give her a kiss.
She kisses you back.
Can you
Fade to
roleplay?
black.
Roleplay.
Dom's peeking around the corner. Nice.
Whatever happened
Dom.
after that.
They're getting
happened.
married.
How? Oh, no.
Hopefully nothing in the common room.
They're getting married.
Nothing in the common room.
This
Tongue?
is a G-rated show.
Yeah, I wish.
PG.
Needed.
Tongue?
Keeping it G-rated.
Yeah,
So you
we're not
guys
gonna
all
Tongues of flame.
rest up. You can restore all of your stuff. The only person that's not going to get a full rest out of this is Noggle. So while you guys are refilling all your stuff, if you
corpse
haven't
at the other
already.
end of the portal.
He's like hanging there, like limp.
Whoa!
That was so good.
They crucified. No. I got
You
the
started
Elden
playing
Ring
Elden
vibe.
Ring, that's why.
The Elden Ring vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Elden Ring.
the stakes of America.
Nope.
So we're gonna rewind real quick to when everybody was in the room talking about this portal. He was looking at the
No one
runes.
goes in this portal before
He was
us.
looking at the runes. Edvar was talking about making this room for you guys, and then you're just like, I'm going in.
I had the goggles on.
Well, the goggles shattered.
shattered.
I know.
Oh, did they? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you walk into this portal, and you exit into a very dark room. Takes your eyes a moment to adjust, and when they do, you realize you're in some sort of study. There are tables and desks up against the walls and around the room, which just overflowing with piles of scrolls and papers with just some crazy sketches. Some of them have like some writing on them, and you progress through. You keep going.
I would probably look at the ones that are the scribes that are like just out.
Sure. The ones that you look at some of the ones closest to you, and you see a lot of very complicated writing about cloning, about various different. I can't think of the word for the magic. Transmutation. A lot of different, very complex transmutation topics. And each of these at the bottom is signed X.
So I need to find who X is.
Just about to say that.
What'd you say?
But
Right before the change.
yeah,
I mean, it's probably.
no, you're good. But you see like sketches of just various different formulas and like diagrams of like how to like what materials to mix together to what you assume probably makes like different sorts of transmutation materials. You probably stay there like studying these for a minute?
For a little bit, yeah, but I'm also like, I think I would think that I'm probably in Theron's space.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna really try to be listening for anybody walking around or getting close to me.
It's dead silent in here.
Can I just perceive to see if I see anything?
Roll me a perception.
Yeah, just out of the ordinary. If he's like, if it's anything that would tell me like he's close by, he just was here, he just left, he's coming back. It's 14.
So you're looking for signs of disturbance in here.
Yeah.
Most of the area of the room that you are in right now has a thin layer of dust on it.
So thin layer. So yeah, it's not been touched in a minute.
By the looks of it, yes.
Would you say he hasn't been touched in a minute?
No, I said it hasn't.
I heard he.
Okay, I'll go past the study.
There you go.
You progress deeper into the study and past bookshelves and a bunch of like almost, what do I want to call them, like large like tubes, kind of like vats with glass, and you see like some strange like amorphous blobs in some of them. One of them has like broken glass. And the further you get into this room, the more you start to look at the different scrolls and pages and stuff that you're walking past, and you see the writings get more and more erratic. They seem to be scrawled much more violently, and towards the back of the room, as you're like kind of looking left and right, and then you see straight ahead of you, the only place in this room that has any sort of light, there is a single candelabra set on a desk at the far end of this room, and it's illuminating this large parchment that's hung up on the wall. It's like stuck in like a billion places, stuck up on this wall, and depicted on this parchment, you see this beautiful, elaborate drawing of a tree, and the roots of the tree seem to be like going in and out of water, and they're forming like these spirals all the way around the base of the tree. And right below that, you see scrawled like just like the most like erratic writing. You see it says, "Stop the Gith." And as you read this, you all come out of the magnificent mansion, and I'm assuming you probably realize Noggle's not there. This is what's going to be happening concurrently with what I just described, because he spent a couple minutes looking at the scrolls. So you guys emerge from the mansion rested. Where's Noggle?
What?
I wasn't keeping track of him. Bibbo, do you see him?
But isn't he?
I did not.
He didn't follow
Anybody from? He likes to sneak around.
Oh,
he could be literally anyone.
I saw him go in the portal before we went into the
Why didn't you say anything?
It's Noggle. What, you're going to stop him?
That's a good point, really.
True, but
What the?
I mean,
We should follow him.
How long
we
has
should.
it been?
Edvar looks at he pulls out like a pocket watch. He's like, it's been about 7 minutes in real time.
Oh, he's dead. He's gone.
What the?
Well, I walk out of the room.
I'm like, I have like a unnatural concern for Noggle out of nowhere,
Yep.
and I am
I
like,
think
we have to go now.
Yep. Yeah.
I walk out of the room,
Yeah.
and my face is showing all the scars. My
Of age?
My left hand is completely torn and purple and gaseous. My eyes are red. My teeth are silver lined.
What the?
My hair is long, super long, like down to my, like almost my knees, but like it would be, but it's like in a ponytail. And on my right hand, my nails are going through the glove.
What the?
do I?
All this in 8 hours?
I'm just gonna take one peek and be like, "We'll talk about this later."
Like, what happened to you?
You stop taking your medication.
The
right.
He just walks to the portal.
Okay,
we need to go.
I didn't see any of this. So
We
I'm
need
gonna
to
be
go.
I
concerned
said
when
that
I-
and immediately followed.
We need to go.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you guys walk in,
Put my hood
and
up.
you're greeted with the same space that I just described to Johnny. And you enter into this room, and as all of you guys pile in here and you kind of take in your surroundings, you see at the far end of the room that there's like a light around a bend.
I
Follow the light.
Bob being Wilbur, I go quietly.
Noggle. I don't hear him.
Keep going to the light.
I feel like
I walk, yeah, and I'm
pretty
walking,
far.
I'm
Stealth-
walking
I'm not-
towards
you're
the
pretty
light,
far.
but I'm like,
I'm gonna be stealthily.
You guys walk past all the
Stealthily.
piles of scrolls and pages and past the vats, and as you bend this corner and you see the source of the light, you see Noggle standing in front of this table with the giant parchment.
Oh, thank goodness you're safe. I was so worried.
How do we know that's
Metal.
him? Noggle, pull
Metal.
your pants down.
Metal.
Metal.
Yep, that's
Okay.
I say metal.
dongle.
Dongle.
Donald.
Metal.
Metal.
Aardvark.
Metal.
Metal.
We're gonna have to kill him.
All right.
Yeah, that's definitely
so.
Noggle.
Edvard casts a binding spell on you.
I said metal.
That's not the. That's not the. Do you not know the password?
You are now incapacitated. You can't speak. You can't move your limbs. You're
I
on
don't
the
know the
ground.
actual password.
But
We have to find the real Noggle.
hold on.
He's an idiot.
Wait, yeah.
He's an idiot.
He's an idiot.
He has a penis.
He wouldn't be a clone. He would be like a Barbie doll. Which
He wouldn't
don't
have.
exist.
I tried to not look down there.
He has the. He has a penis, and I think he's just an idiot. He forgot. He forgot.
I thought it was
Bibbo
metal.
Can back me
Doesn't
up.
mean he's not being affected or controlled somehow.
He would respond with metal. Trust me.
He would.
I've been with
Which I
him.
did
Bibbo
say
can
metal.
back me up too.
I've been with him for 2 weeks now. I know he would.
It's been like 3 weeks.
I'm also a little
for 3
drunk.
weeks now.
Trust me. Trust me. I don't. We haven't had a good.
I don't think it's
Relation.
wise, but if you say so, and he
I will
snaps his
personally kill
fingers
him
and
if
you're
he's
unbound.
not. I will personally kill him if he's not.
Fair enough.
I go like this.
It's man. When we say metal, you say
Oh.
man.
Man, I forgot completely. I'm so sorry.
Idiot.
My bad.
That is such a Noggle thing.
Noggle,
though.
lay off the salt,
So
alright?
Noggle.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh Noggle. Oh you.
I gotta.
What a guy.
I'm just staying hydrated. That's all.
Oh my god. You. Never mind.
Edvard looks around the room. He's like, "It's so messy in here."
Noggle,
is your
what's
best
the deal with that painting?
Who knows? It looks like a tree. There's water
Still-
underneath it.
It's the tree
Stop
of
the
life,
gift.
isn't it?
That's the legend.
Yeah, it says
Oh.
something
tree.
racist at the bottom of it.
Right? What?
It says stop the gift.
How do we know it was written now? I mean, it doesn't look like this place has really been touched.
The space that you're in looks it's like
Say there's a
it
little
doesn't have
dust.
any
Wait,
dust.
wait.
in it.
Oh, so
hang
it
on.
does look like
yeah,
it
like
had-
at
By
the
the tree.
entrance, it was like looked like it hadn't been touched in a while. But
Interesting.
as you got further in, where the more erratic drawings
Nice.
and writings were, there was like less. Like it looks like more and more recently disturbed the
Got
further
it.
in you go.
I've got a crazy theory, and this may have just been because we've been in this tower for too long, but do you think that is the tree? That the painting is the tree? The tree is the painting.
No.
So you're saying that Theron already used the flowers to find this place, and this is what it led him to?
Maybe.
A piece of
I don't
paper.
know. I mean, he used transmutation, was it?
This.
I
I don't know how this sort of thing works.
This
I'm gonna
is his
investigate.
study.
I feel like
Take
it would
him
be
up
more
on that.
divine.
sure
Investigate.
investigate the drawing.
Yeah.
Sure. Roll me an investigation.
Arcane.
Can I investigate the ink? Like to see if I might be able to tell how long ago it was written?
Sure.
I mean,
yeah. I think that's reasonable.
In studying runes, I think that's probably
9.
You probably do a lot of dating on
Yeah.
various different
Could I have
scripts.
He's done a lot of
advantage?
dating.
I know that's from my
9, you
I'm
said?
like,
All right. You can't really determine.
Could I have
I'll
advantage?
investigate, even though I have -1. 10
I'll allow. it.
Investigation.
Perception.
perception. What am I?
17.
17.
I'm just trying to get a date on this ink. See anything, maybe what it was written
He
with.
signs it.
If it's just normal ink, if it hasn't imbued with magic somehow.
So this, from your time like studying ancient scripts and runes and stuff, you've developed a system for determining how long it's been since something has been written, where like ink has hit a page or, a carving's been made into a rune. And in this case, you think that this sketch of this tree was made sometime in the last, you'd say definitely in the last year, but probably somewhere in the last couple months.
Same with the Stop the Gith.
Stop the Gith
Right.
is probably, it seems like it might even be even newer.
Okay, all this is recent. Like this painting it's been sketched within the last couple months even.
Can I roll perception to see if we're being watched?
Yeah, I just got an 18 on my perception.
18 to perceive. Are you looking for anything specific as you're looking through this room? Like, what are you like as a perception? Are you
Wake
just
up the
like
dragon.
examining the space around you? Are you looking for what are you looking for here?
I thought that'd be investigation if I was looking for something specific, right? Be perception.
Yeah, I mean, what I told you before, like that there's all these erratic, like writings like everywhere around you. There's bookshelves like floor to ceiling. There's this table with the candelabra, bless you. And then there's this, but beyond that, there's nothing really noteworthy, unless you want to look specifically at like some of the writings, which you wouldn't have to roll an investigation for. If you want to, look at one of his desks, see if you can find anything
Yeah, I
specific.
think I'll do that. I'll kind of
Sure.
like look around and see if like there's some, because obviously, well, I mean not obviously, but Theron doesn't seem to be here right now.
Mm-mm.
This is a very dark room, right?
Yeah, the only light source is the candelabra.
Yeah, I like that. So I want to like look around and see like if I can find where he went.
Sure. So you're looking for evidence of
Like if he somehow cast a spell to bring him to the tree or did something.
right. I see what you're saying. You can investigate. Roll me or maybe even an Arcana. Roll me an Arcana. See if you can find any evidence that a spell was cast in here, in the presence of this drawing.
As he did that, I rolled an 18 just to see if we're being
23.
watched.
Okay.
I want to
You don't detect anything observing you in this room.
23.
23. The only magic, there's no magic being used in this room. Like the closest source of magic that you can sense with a 23, which is fairly impressive, is the portal far back behind you.
Mm-hmm.
You do also sense that like there's a couple of stones on his desk that seem to be giving off a very ambient magical presence.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do sense like trace amounts of magic that seem to be almost unnoticeable or not even really worth mentioning coming from some of the vats.
Mm-hmm. Can I check out? Can I check out the stones?
Yeah.
Because I obviously don't have a lot of stuff in magic, so Wilbur doesn't really understand, but he's going to ask this to every one of the magic people, whatever.
I don't know
The
much
illegals.
about this, but with magic, is there a way that that portal could have warned Theron that we're here? Like, is there like a magic,
Like a tripwire.
like tripwire, exactly, with that he would have a sign or a signal that we're in his study, because it's probably definitely his study.
Dom speaks up and he says,
I've been in here before. The last time I was in here was when he tried to kill me.
Does he have like any alarm system? Like, I assume
that
he
I'm
knows
aware
we've been in the tower, but like,
Not that I'm
no.
aware of. He sent me in here various times to grab things for him, and he's never given me the implication that he knew I had been here.
He never like sneaked in or anything like that, and he caught you. Like, he never. Probably not.
No, I mean when I came the last time
very
I was
elaborate
here.
just to get here.
when
Yeah, I know, but like, yeah, exactly. It's elaborate, so he would. Theron may know that that portal opened. Like, is that a possibility?
The last time I was here, he had given me a link stone when I went to the Hopeful to try and get the flower from, what was that guy's name? Quarian, yeah. And when I came back and I went through the portal, he didn't seem to even notice that I'd arrived at first.
Okay, that's a good description.
He was bent over one of his books, writing away.
What? Did I do something with my mouth?
No.
And when he realized I was here and I didn't have the flower, that's when he attacked me.
Okay.
So I don't think that he's aware of anybody using that.
Okay.
Can I look at one of the drawings or books?
sure,
The
just
one-
anyone in particular?
Maybe like the most recent one that I think he
Sure.
worked on recently.
Roll me an investigation. That'll help you kind of determine.
Could
looking
I
for
just
one that's
guide
more
him
recent.
towards it? Well, I was gonna say,
Hey, Dom, I don't know if we ever got to this point because I haven't been in the party for long, but this Theron guy's supposed to be pretty powerful. How did you, escape him if he said he tried to kill you?
He's not all there. He's mentally very distant most of the time.
He's gone crazy.
He lashed out to me in anger. From what I can remember, I think he only attacked me once, and he probably assumed that was enough to take me down.
Sure.
Dirty 20.
What was the thing you rolled?
I was looking at
About
the
the
stone. I
stones?
didn't roll anything. We just.
Oh, I thought you rolled.
I was gonna look at him. Is that investigation?
Yeah, roll an investigation, and then we'll cut back to your thing.
That is a 17.
You go to pick up one of these stones, and Dom goes, "Careful, that's his link stones.
Oh,
He's got a few of them.
so these could take us somewhere else.
One of those takes us to the army.
Oh,
That's the only one I know for sure. I don't know where the other ones lead.
You were gonna roll
Dirty 20.
dirty 20
feel like-
for looking at one of these.
Let's go
You
to
know
the
what
The
army.
most recent drawing or whatever
I'm going to the
the
notes.
most recent one.
go to the army.
See if I can just tell by just the if there's dating, writing,
A journal, maybe.
the journal. Just
There definitely doesn't seem to be any system of organization or
by that
like
where the
any
paper ink.
basic elements of record keeping. You don't see that here. You feel like these are he gets a thought, or he gets like some sort of like erratic impulse, and he just writes it down, or he draws something to like try and capture whatever it is that he's thinking. A lot of the drawings are difficult to like figure out what they are. You see a lot of you see some earlier versions of the tree. Just like he tried to draw it and then he messed something up and just scribbled the whole thing. You see a lot of depictions of some sort of demonic entity that kind of vaguely reminds you of the fallen angel. But most of those, it looks like he like tried to burn a lot of them. It looks like he tried to like scribble a lot of them out. And as far as like the writings, it's a lot. Like a lot of them will just be he writes the same thing over and over and over again. Like stop the get, stop the get, stop the get, stop the get, stop the get. He'll have some that say like the angel is here, the angel is here. Just a lot of maddening phrases that you can only assume are just going through his head over and over and over again as he's writing these things down, like trying to understand like anything. Like you feel like you read these, and based on like your medical history, you can just tell that this guy is like far beyond like snapped.
A couple things for me. Those link stones. Is there a way we could collect them?
Yeah, you could grab all the link stones that he has here if you wanted to.
Okay, so we can touch them without using them.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you can pick them up without actually activating them.
I have a bag of holding. Anybody want to scoop them in here for
I
me?
push 'em all
I'm
in.
on the floor. Oh, I'll catch them.
I push them
What
all in.
purpose do we have to take his link stones?
Just steal.
Because they might go somewhere important. And if they don't go somewhere important, at least we have them. And he doesn't.
That's true.
I push him in the
but
bag.
we might want to. He could be through any one of these. We could use them to get to him.
Right.
So
He's
just
stuck in
Now
the
we have
bag of holding.
And if he uses them, he's in my little
But
bag.
we need to find him now.
where do you
Oh.
suggest that, Vod?
Well, if he has the flowers and he's ready to go and try and
He would
conquer
go,
the tree,
He would go with his army.
he would go to the army. This would be my guess.
But if we take the link, which
Well, we might as well take all of them.
what stone, and then would that just be suicide, going right to his army?
If he wants to invade the
Dom's gonna speak up.
It doesn't. It takes you to like an. He keeps his army in the mountains, and where the Linkstone brought me to last time when I first found them, it's on like the top of a very large cliff. You're looking down on them. So if he's there, I think that we. Hopefully he's not already corralled them out of there. But moving that big of a force is going to take some time and quite a bit of magical energy. So if we catch him in the middle of it, we might be able to get him while he's weak.
Do you know which stone would do that?
Yeah, it's the one that I used a couple weeks ago.
How many stones were there so I can put them in my inventory?
3.
3 stones.
Hey, pull them back out.
One of them, Dom's gonna ask for there's a purple. He's like, you can give me the purple one.
Before we go, I'm gonna look for anything that I think I could steal for Barry. Anything she might be interested in.
Sure.
And her friend that we're killing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, her brother.
Oh, it's her brother.
Well, that's what she said. Like all of the other wizards are like siblings to her. So, you know what of what Grokabera is working on. You think that the most interesting thing that would apply to her work was the portal you just went through.
Okay. Is there anything I can harvest in terms of runes, like cut them off the portal?
Put the portal.
Like we're not gonna need to go back through it.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, don't break it, please.
Put the portal in
You
the
can
bag.
if you want to take a couple minutes to like
the portal
maybe
in the
like
bag.
draw a copy of what you see
Yeah.
here. I think that's probably your best bet.
You take
I'll
like
do
a
that.
rubbing of it.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Puts
do
the paper
that.
up.
I'm sure you've done this.
Traces it.
You could do it pretty quick. You've done it so many times.
this
So
is.
you
like
can
that.
sketch up a quick copy of the runes you see in this large round archway.
Then it seems clear we need to chase after the army if they've not already left.
Why am I blanking?
Can we all do like a power,
What's the
like
name of
all
the
put
wizard?
our hand on this?
There.
That's the only way we're all gonna go through it.
Yeah.
I'm saying this now. He like holds the stone away. He's like, before we go through this, I'm telling you guys now,
That's sweaty.
Theron's mine.
This is Dom speaking.
What about the dragon? Wake her up.
Oh yeah.
I forgot she was here.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to say anything.
I smack her
think
away.
I might
Maybe
have
we
left
should
her in
wake
the
her up
mansion.
before we.
What the?
Well,
Totally
it's
forgot
fine. We
about
can
it.
go back and get her later,
That
right?
pocket dimension collapses.
I wake her up.
You never ever actually went in the pocket dimension.
I still woke her up.
Okay.
Do we really want
He
to
said it
bring her?
twice.
She
He said
seems
it
like a
3
loose
times. He
cannon.
actually does it.
She would be able to kill Theron in 3 seconds.
I think we should bring her. I don't like her, but I think we should bring her.
I don't think it would hurt to have her with us. I think
I
she's
don't
got a
trust-
vendetta against Theron. I think
I'm
we're
not
trying to
saying
take
I
her
don't.
down.
Let's
Very well.
let's
where
wake
she
her up
turns
when
The
we're
enemy
there.
is
there.
At the
my
right
enemy is
time.
my friend.
Let's wake her up at the right
I'm stepping
time.
on you.
Me.
He like makes his doorway,
I'm sorry.
goes through,
I'm
and then
trying to
brings
be a
her out.
better
She's
man.
still
I'm trying to-
sleeping.
Yeah.
She won't
I'm
wake
sorry.
up until I want her.
Oh,
Then
I'll
that's
write you a speech.
once because we don't know. We want to set up just in case. She is a loose cannon, and so once it gets to that point where there's no return, wake her up and steer in the direction.
Attack.
Go to Theron.
Dom puts the
How she acted.
Yeah,
Dom puts
in-
the link stone down at the center of the table.
In game, I'm gonna tell everybody to prepare above table. I'm gonna say ready in action.
Ready in
Before
action.
going in here.
Yeah.
What action do you want to ready?
I'm ready.
I just any sense of danger, I'm gonna hit it.
Okay.
I got my Tommy.
Hit what?
If
Use,
Like,
like if we
Theron,
Okay,
or if
that's a-
there was an
Luke,
enemy in
come
front
on.
of me, I'm swinging. Is essentially my ready to action. You
So
guys. can
anyways, I'm
decide.
blasting.
Oh,
Yeah. If there's an
blast
enemy
her.
in front of me, I want a surprise round. Like,
I grab her.
Okay.
my ready to action is to take the dodge action.
Okay.
And be in the back.
Coward.
I'm ready.
Tackle.
I have a plan.
tackle.
I need
Tackle.
Tackle.
Whatever's in front of me. Just charge at
That's
it.
not
Actually,
I'm
no.
gonna
I
keep-
got my mace.
I'm
You
gonna
won't
Go
like,
be-
first.
you won't be saying coward when I give you haste.
I give you haste.
So this link
grab it.
stone is on the table.
What the-
Dom puts his hand on it.
Bling.
Everybody,
My gaseous
everybody in
hand
the
just-
group is like freaking
Oh, I don't
13
like
of
this
you.
one bit.
Everybody add your other hands just for everybody
To
else.
exemplify. So everybody has their hands on this link stone and just hold her.
the only thing that can't be seen by the camera.
Dom,
Raise him up, raise him
Yeah,
up, raise him
right.
up.
Up
No,
here.
so that
Up
way
here,
they
yeah.
can see.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh,
this looks bad. This
looks good.
Does look for me.
It looks like
looks
we're
like-
doing something
It
else.
looks like one of those like body horror like
Yeah.
super underground like horror movies where like
Yeah.
there's hands everywhere, yeah,
Ugh.
Yeah.
or eyeballs or whatever.
Alright, so we put our hands in.
And then Dom says he like casts some spell. He says some chant, and then like that, you guys are no longer in the study. You are atop this massive mountain range.
I fall off.
I'm gonna say that all of you except you
kind of get your bearings, and you can kind of because you've never been here before.
I see.
The rest of you kind of get your bearings and like look around like down the mountain, and you realize you are in the mountains that Ormond is like built in like the one of the deep ravines of. But that's like you can tell it's far in the distance. You can like maybe barely see like far away like one of the crests of like the elven capital that's atop the city.
Yes.
But after you kind of get your bearings, you look down this massive crater that is in this mountain. It does not look like a natural crater, somebody created this crater. And you see like this mass moving in there. And you realize after a few moments that you're looking at least 100,000 clones of Dom milling about in this crater. And as would this count as a threat for you that you would use your ready to action?
They're not in front of me. I don't think they're within striking range.
I'm threatening him.
Got you.
Yeah.
Currently threatened.
As you guys are as you're taking in the largest mass of
Like a lemming jumping off a
beings
cliff.
that you've ever seen in one place before.
Wake up the dragon.
From behind you guys, you hear a raspy old voice croak out, "Dom." And you all turn around and you see this just old man hunched over. He's got a cane. Does not look anything like the guy that you saw in right when Sololi and Asura died. Remember you saw that figure in the shadows? Doesn't look anything like him. He is wearing a blue cloak, but you can see the age written on his face, and he's like kind of shaking. And Dom turns and sees him, and he says, "Theron." And Theron throws down his staff and falls down to his knees. He's like,
It was all a bad dream. You're alive.
and Dom says, "No thanks to you."
I had a horrible nightmare that I'd attacked you. I killed you.
And Dom says, "You tried, but I escaped. And I mean, so I could find you and return the favor." And Theron says, like, kind of like seems like taken aback by this. She's like,
You've conspired with them.
"Are they all Gith?" And he looks at everyone in the group. And Dom just, "I conspired against you? He points down at the mass below and he says, "What do you call this? You cloned me without telling me. You made this army for whatever your deluded purposes are." And Theron's like,
You don't understand. I needed you to save the world.
"From what? The Gith Yankee? Those dicks haven't been around in centuries. And you think what? They're suddenly a threat again?"
They hide among us. They disguise themselves to look like us. And now that the flowers have been gathered, they will find the tree and destroy us.
"You're hopeless and pathetic. Get rid of all my clones or I will kill you."
You've chosen to side with them. And now I knew them at the moment you returned without the flower. You will pay for your ignorance.
And he goes to cast a spell at Dom, and Edvard steps in between them and says, "Enough!" And Theron like cowers away. He's like, "You attacked my factory. You killed my men, and you stole the flowers that I intended to use to save my people."
I don't understand.
"Understand this. We have to stop you. You've gone too far and have become a threat to the world with the power that you now wield."
The Githyanki are here. You must understand.
"The only Githyanki here are in your head, Theron." And Theron just goes, "No!" And he casts a spell at Edvard. Roll me initiative.
They're hideous.
And that is all for this time.
6.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Man, I wanted to go
We'll be
for-
back next week.
Yes.
1914.